Imagine a philosophy that not only survives the test of time but flourishes, offering people a blueprint for navigating life's most difficult challenges. A philosophy that provides clarity in a world full of distractions and noise. This philosophy, Stoicism, was born thousands of years ago, yet its wisdom is shockingly relevant today, especially for women. In a world that often places unrealistic expectations on women, whether it's the demand to be perfect in the workplace, the home, or on social media, Stoicism offers a refreshingly simple, yet profound, solution. Focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. This ancient way of thinking teaches women how to reclaim their mental space, how to navigate through emotional ups and downs, and how to find true peace by living in alignment with their deepest values. Stoicism, with its emphasis on resilience, mindfulness, and emotional mastery, isn't just for men or scholars. It's a philosophy that speaks to the unique pressures faced by women today. Whether it's in the boardroom, in relationships, or in navigating the challenges of modern life, Stoicism gives women the tools they need to not just survive, but to thrive. This isn't about rejecting femininity or adopting a stoic, emotionless exterior. On the contrary, it's about embracing the full range of human experience while learning to control how we respond to life's inevitable challenges. Stoicism teaches women to rise above societal expectations, to focus on personal growth, and to master their own minds. In doing so, it offers women a roadmap to a life of purpose, clarity, and resilience. Let's delve into how this philosophy can transform the lives of modern women, helping them overcome the unique struggles they face in their day-to-day lives. This is the story of how Stoicism was made for women too. Stoicism is not a philosophy limited by gender, culture, or time. It may have originated in the ancient world, but its teachings are universal and timeless. For women today, Stoicism offers a way of thinking that can radically transform how they interact with the world. The pressures on women in modern society are immense. From balancing demanding careers with family life to navigating a world that often judges them on appearance rather than substance, women are bombarded with external forces that can chip away at their self-esteem, confidence, and peace of mind. However, Stoicism provides a counterbalance to these pressures, offering a framework that is both empowering and deeply practical. At its core, Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond to those events. This simple yet profound shift in perspective is transformative for anyone, but particularly for women who may feel as though they are constantly being pulled in different directions. Stoicism encourages women to focus on what truly matters: their character, their actions, and their internal state of mind. Rather than getting caught up in societal expectations or the approval of others, women are encouraged to seek inner peace through the cultivation of virtue and wisdom. In ancient times, Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius taught that happiness comes not from external success, but from living in accordance with one's values. This message is just as relevant today, if not more so. Women are often placed under immense pressure to have it all, to be successful in their careers, to maintain perfect relationships, to raise children, and to look flawless while doing it all. But Stoicism teaches that true contentment doesn't come from fulfilling these impossible expectations. Instead, it comes from aligning one's actions with one's core values, and from letting go of the things that are beyond one's control. Imagine the sense of freedom that comes from no longer needing to seek validation from others. Imagine being able to pursue your own goals, not out of a need for approval, but out of a deep sense of purpose. This is the power that Stoicism offers women today. It encourages them to reject the noise of societal pressures and to focus on what truly matters, living a life of integrity, wisdom, and strength. And by doing so, women can create a life that is not only fulfilling but truly their own. Women often face an unspoken double standard when it comes to emotions. In the workplace, showing too much emotion might be seen as a weakness, yet showing too little emotion can lead to accusations of being cold or detached. In personal relationships, women are often expected to be the emotional caregivers, managing not only their own feelings but the feelings of others. These pressures can lead to a constant balancing act, where women feel that they must hide or suppress their emotions to be taken seriously. But this is where Stoicism offers a powerful alternative. Stoicism doesn't teach that we should suppress our emotions or pretend that they don't exist. Instead, it teaches us to understand our emotions and to master them, rather than letting them master us. The Stoics believe that while we may not have control over the initial emotional responses we have to events, we do have control over how we interpret and react to those emotions. This is a radical concept, especially in a world that often encourages us to either suppress or indulge our feelings. For women, learning to master their emotions can be a game changer. In the professional sphere, emotional intelligence and the ability to manage one's responses can lead to greater clarity, better decision-making, and enhanced leadership skills. In personal relationships, emotional mastery can lead to healthier boundaries, more effective communication, and a greater sense of inner peace. Stoicism teaches women to step back from the emotional whirlwind and to assess situations with reason and clarity, rather than being swept up in the heat of the moment. This isn't about becoming emotionless or detached. Rather, it's about learning to recognize that emotions are a part of the human experience, but they don't have to dictate our actions. By mastering their emotional responses, women can navigate the highs and lows of life with greater grace and resilience. And in doing so, they can free themselves from the constant pressure to conform to others' expectations of how they should feel or act. Stoicism teaches women to take ownership of their emotional landscape, empowering them to live with greater autonomy and peace of mind. In this way, Stoicism offers a path to true emotional freedom. It teaches that emotions are natural, but they are not in control. Instead, women can learn to cultivate emotional mastery as a source of power, one that leads to a greater sense of inner stability and strength. And in a world that often judges women based on how they express their emotions, this is an incredibly liberating and empowering shift in perspective. Strength and vulnerability are often seen as opposites, but Stoicism teaches us that they are deeply interconnected. In today's society, women are often given mixed messages about how they should present themselves. On one hand, they are encouraged to be nurturing, empathetic, and emotionally open. On the other hand, they are expected to be strong, independent, and unflinching in the face of adversity. These conflicting expectations can create a sense of inner tension, where women feel they must constantly oscillate between these two extremes. But Stoicism offers a different perspective, one that reframes vulnerability not as a weakness, but as a source of strength. The Stoic concept of resilience is rooted in the understanding that life is filled with challenges, and that the key to thriving lies not in avoiding those challenges, but in learning how to face them with grace and determination. Vulnerability is an inherent part of being human, but Stoicism teaches us that acknowledging our vulnerability does not make us weak. In fact, it is through recognizing our vulnerabilities that we gain the strength to rise above them. By accepting that we are not invincible and that we will face hardships, we build the resilience necessary to endure and overcome those hardships. For women, this lesson is particularly powerful. Society often tells women that they must either be hyper-independent, handling everything on their own without asking for help, or that they must constantly cater to the needs of others, sacrificing their own well-being in the process. Stoicism teaches a different path, one where women can embrace their vulnerability without letting it define them. It is not about pretending that difficulties don't exist, but rather about facing them head-on, with the knowledge that true strength comes from how we respond to those challenges, not from the absence of challenges themselves. By embracing this Stoic mindset, women can learn to see vulnerability not as a burden, but as an opportunity for growth. Whether it's navigating a difficult relationship, facing discrimination in the workplace, or dealing with personal insecurities, Stoicism empowers women to acknowledge these struggles without being defeated by them. Instead of seeing vulnerability as a flaw, women can begin to see it as a gateway to greater strength, resilience, and wisdom. And in doing so, they free themselves from the unrealistic expectation that they must always have it all together. Stoicism teaches that vulnerability is not something to hide or be ashamed of. Instead, it is a reminder of our shared humanity and a source of connection with others. By learning to embrace vulnerability, women can cultivate a deeper sense of inner strength, one that allows them to navigate life's ups and downs with greater poise and confidence. This reframe of vulnerability is one of the most empowering lessons that Stoicism has to offer, and it is one that can profoundly change the way women view themselves and their place in the world. Inner strength is often seen as a hallmark of Stoicism, but what does it really mean to be strong? For women, strength is often equated with the ability to juggle multiple roles, to be everything to everyone, and to handle adversity without breaking a sweat. Yet this definition of strength can lead to burnout, exhaustion, and a sense of never being enough. Stoicism, however, offers a different view of strength, one that is not about doing it all, but about mastering the self. According to Stoic philosophy, true strength comes not from external achievements or the ability to endure endless stress, but from the cultivation of inner resilience. This resilience is rooted in the understanding that life is unpredictable and that external circumstances are often beyond our control. Rather than trying to control everything around them, Stoic women focus on controlling their own reactions, cultivating an unshakable sense of inner calm and strength, no matter what life throws their way. This is a radical shift from the way strength is often portrayed in modern culture. Women are frequently told that strength means powering through, ignoring their own needs, and sacrificing for the sake of others. But Stoicism teaches that true strength is about knowing when to say no, when to set boundaries, and when to prioritize one's own well-being. It's about recognizing that inner peace and resilience are far more valuable than external validation or the approval of others. For women, this lesson can be life-changing. Instead of constantly striving to meet the expectations of others, Stoicism encourages women to focus on their own values and to build their lives around those values. It teaches that strength comes from within, from the ability to stay true to oneself, even in the face of adversity. By embracing this Stoic mindset, women can free themselves from the constant pressure to conform and instead cultivate a life of authenticity, resilience, and inner peace. In a world that often demands perfection from women, Stoicism offers a path to true strength, one that is rooted in self-awareness, self-mastery, and the ability to rise above life's challenges with grace and resilience. This is the kind of strength that empowers women to not only survive, but to thrive in the face of adversity. One of the often overlooked aspects of Stoicism is its emphasis on community and connection. While Stoicism is frequently portrayed as a solitary pursuit, focused on individual growth and resilience, the truth is that Stoic philosophy also places great value on the power of community. For women, this is a crucial element of the philosophy, as it recognizes that we are not meant to face life's challenges alone. Instead, we are stronger when we support and uplift one another. In today's world, women are often pitted against one another, whether it's in the workplace, in relationships, or in the pursuit of societal ideals. But Stoicism teaches that true strength comes not from competing with others, but from working together for the common good. The Stoics believed in the concept of sympathia, the idea that all human beings are connected, and that by helping others, we help ourselves. For women, this concept is particularly powerful. By cultivating a sense of community and mutual support, women can lift each other up, providing encouragement and strength in the face of adversity. Stoicism teaches that we are all part of a larger whole, and that by contributing to the well-being of others, we contribute to our own well-being as well. In practical terms, this means that women can use Stoicism as a way to build strong, supportive communities, whether it's in their personal lives, their professional networks, or their social circles. By embracing the Stoic values of compassion, empathy, and mutual support, women can create a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond themselves. And in doing so, they can create a world where women not only thrive individually, but where they uplift and empower one another to live lives of purpose, strength, and resilience. Women today face many challenges, but through Stoicism, they can find not only personal strength, but also the power of community. Imagine a world where women support each other in their personal growth, their resilience, and their pursuit of virtue. Stoicism offers the philosophical foundation for building such a community, one where women can thrive together. Stoicism is not a philosophy reserved for men or ancient scholars. It is a philosophy for everyone, offering tools to navigate the complexities of modern life with strength, clarity, and wisdom. For women, Stoicism is especially empowering, providing a framework to master emotions, reject societal pressures, and build resilience in the face of adversity. It teaches that true power comes not from external validation, but from living in alignment with our values. As we've seen, Stoicism is not just a philosophy for surviving life's challenges, it's a philosophy for thriving. For women in particular, it offers a pathway to reclaim their inner strength, cultivate emotional mastery, and build a life of purpose and fulfillment. Stoicism is not just made for women. It's made for anyone who seeks to live authentically and with unshakable inner strength.